So who are you?
I'm Jaine Winters. I'm the president of the Brodhead Historical Society.
What is the Brodhead Historical Society?
Well, the Brodhead Historical Society is a group of really interested people that love the history of Brodhead itself and have joined together in a whole different group of aspects of preserving Brodhead's history. So we have a lot of people that are interested in not only just digging up information about things that happened, but people, the places they lived in, the businesses they had, the lifestyles they had, how it actually came about, some of the legislation and the interesting parts about the historical aspects of actually creating a government that became a village and then a city, and preserving that and carrying it forward for all the people now and for the future, so that they can understand our roots and our history and where we've come from, so that we all know where we're going, because it's kind of interesting to see what your aspects were and the hard work that it took to get to this place right now.
Where can I get more information about the Brodhead Historical Society?
Brodhead Historical Society has its own website, and it's a really good one. It actually is an award-winning one from the State Historical Society itself. It's called www.brodheadhistory.org, and there's a lot of information on there. We've got old pictures of the settlements, of the people, of area things. There's articles in there. There's a whole bunch of links to things that's interesting. Also, you can contact info@brodheadhistory.org for email information, and we've sent pictures to people that they can have from their homes, and we do research. We do archival looks. People who are writing books and doing research ask us through that a lot. So there's a lot of information to be had if you contact our website. We also have a newsletter that goes out on a quarterly basis that we distribute to interested people. So if you contact, we can get you on our mailing list for that. And then any of our members, through them that are active members, love to talk about history. So if you contact any of those kinds of people by phoning our museum office, I don't have that phone number memorized, but if you attend our monthly meetings, we have meetings from about March till the last one is in October, and we close down for the winter time. But they're the last Monday of every month, and we always have a neat program. We try to keep the business part short, and then an interesting program about some aspect of Brodhead history. So that's a good way to get involved.
Okay. How can I get involved in the Brodhead Historical Society?
We'd love to have young people become involved. We're trying to get it so that we would have interesting things enough for youth to come in, and people that are interested with skills that they've actually learned in school that they can apply to help us preserve the history. And some of it is like with this right now in this media aspect of it. We did a lot of oral histories, and we got stuck on it a little bit by not knowing how best to set up a camera and the recorder and then ask all the questions. We know the questions we want to ask. We got hung up on the technology and on the video editing and on pulling together a nice presentation once you get the data from somebody and the information in a nice fashion. So we'd love to have someone help with that. We'd love to have some high school people with senior projects in mind to figure out, well, what would be something if you walk through the museum, everybody sees some aspect that's different that might pique their interest. And so we have archivers, we have genealogy people, we have people that help with maintaining the curating of things, like putting like-kind collections together, like doing research on something interesting, or helping just type out a list of information so that we can have it in on a spreadsheet or something to say all right, we know where everything is now, we've got it organized, and people can get ready access to it. there's a lot of different aspects to how somebody could help. If you feel like you'd like to help us, please contact any of the active members, or like I say, the email address, which is info@brodheadhistory.org.
What do you love about Brodhead?
Oh. Well, the Brodhead is just such a nice community to begin with, and it's quiet. It's a very caring group of people, I think, that have really worked since the beginning of its inception in 1856 to be a very progressive community. And we have so many people that have a lot of different backgrounds. What they've done is all work together to get something that we all need. We all needed businesses to help us carry out, to have lifestyles, like you need a place to have your horse in the back. In those days, you had a blacksmith shop. You had places to make furniture. They had places to, if you needed a typewriter, we had a typewriter place. Who would need a typewriter all the time? We made these and shipped them out to other people that needed them. Cheese was a big thing. We always had a way to deal with the milk and the egg industry and to do things. So what's going on is that people innovated and they used that information and that skill and everything to help everybody around them. And we're just a very progressive community. More than you would think than if you were going to like a larger community that has a bigger base of people to come from. We did it with a smaller group of people, and they're all ingenious and just easy to talk with. And I think that's what makes it all a neat community.
What are your goals for Brodhead Historical Society for the coming years?
Oh, Brodhead Historical Society, we've had a lot of different goals through the years. Some of them become expanding into larger facilities and things like that, which we did in 2018. Since it was started in 1981. The goals for the future are to help expand our research into some of the housing and architecture areas, some of our clothing collections, to exhibit that a little bit more. And we have to engage, our biggest thing is to engage youth. We really need to do that to help carry on and perpetuate what's already built and going, and to help them understand that knowing where you come from and knowing where your grandparents came from and how they were integral in establishing such a cool place is going to help become knowledgeable about how we carry ourselves into the future. That's really cool. I think that when we had a nice thing going on where we had the school community, the school band was playing a song called The Covered Bridge. And we're going like, well, we have Covered Bridge days, but what is Covered Bridge is significant about? Well, they look back to the Historical Society for that information. I think that's a cool thing, that we can bridge the gaps of things between the past and the future. And I think that's engaging our youth is a big part of it.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Oh, I just think this is a cool project you guys have. Thanks for becoming involved in this kind of thing. And then I just think that it's our community, you're going to find that there's a lot of different people in our community that all have pride in our community and in the businesses that they have or in their organizations that they serve. And I just think that if you take the time out to do a little bit of volunteer work, you get a lot back. And one of my favorite mottos is like, if we all do a little bit, a lot gets done. And I just do my part. There's a lot of interesting people that are part of the Brodhead Historical Society. They all do their part. And it just is amazing how much can expand from people that are enthused about what they're doing. And we just have this neat synergy, and it just carries itself forward. I'm just proud of that group. Proud to be part of it.